Hi everyone, it's Sergeant Greg Gunlock with the Modesto Police Department. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon and I'm out here at a farm near Oakdale. I'm with the Modesto Police Department Equestrian Unit. They're doing some training out here today and I thought that you might like to come and take a look.
Today is one of our monthly training days we have for the Equestrian Unit. And what we do is we come out here and we practice formations, we practice our tactics, we practice working together as a team, and we also practice our riding skills, making sure that our horse partners and us are on the same wavelength.
You call him your horse partner?
Oh, he's my partner, all right. I couldn't do this without him, and he's been on the unit 8 years, and he's a great horse.
The Modesto Police Department has had an equestrian unit since 1984. The unit was originally formed with 13 officers. Today, the Equestrian Unit has 8 officers and 2 sergeants, and last year worked over 200 events. They work every Friday and Saturday night in downtown Modesto, dealing with crowd control. They also patrol on Cinco de Mayo, X-Fest, and every holiday season out at the Vintage Fair Mall. The officers on the Equestrian Unit purchase almost all their gear out of pocket, including their horse, tack, food, and boarding. Getting 10 officers and their horses together on their off time is a hard thing to do, but the Equestrian Unit has many dedicated team members and gather almost every weekend to train.
Well, we started out this morning by a lot of formations, and we use formations every time we deploy in a large group. And now we're getting ready to go do some handcuffing. We're doing it from the back of the horse. And although we try not to handcuff somebody from horseback, you may be in a situation in a large crowd where you don't want to get off your horse and lose your advantage, to where you can reach down and have them bend over a certain direction, put their hands a certain way, and we can get handcuffs on them from horseback, and then we can escort them out while they're in custody. And then we're also going to do some pushing exercises. We'll have some people down on the ground. We'll push up against them. We have a 5-foot ball out there, and I think we're going to try pushing each other and having the horses push them along, which is not a natural thing for horses to want to do. This afternoon, we're going to do some baton strikes where an officer will hold a mat and we'll hit them with one of the equestrian batons and make sure we do things the right way and the way we're trained. And we only use our horse batons for very specific things. If somebody's trying to take control of my horse, grabbing the reins or grabbing the bridle and moving it around to where I can't control my horse, then we would be able to come across and hit their arms and remove their arms from controlling our horse.
Striking any police animal is illegal and punishable by heavy fines or even a jail sentence. Most police animals are considered individual officers, and assaulting a police horse, dog, or human officer often carry the same penalty.
If they're not injured, you're looking at a misdemeanor charge, which could be a fine or jail time. If you cause an injury like stabbing a horse or cause serious injury, then you'd be looking at a felony charge. It could be prison, up to prison time. If you had a horse that wasn't as well trained and you slap them in the rear real hard, the horse is going to react and could injure somebody by spinning around. Most of our horses know that. They're used to it. They don't do anything, but you could be arrested for slapping a horse in the back, even jokingly, if you're trying to cause the horse to move or do something that you don't want the rider to do. Any type of good contact is okay. Just walk up and say, hey, I'd like to pet your horse. You know, pet him here on the neck, or pet him here on the nose if he's not fed up with it yet, or pet him on the shoulder. And a lot of people, the kids think that horses are different. Maybe it's the first horse they've ever petted. And they go, wow, they're soft. And this horse has a very soft coat. So they're surprised at just how soft and friendly they are. We don't want aggressive horses, but we want horses that do what we tell them to do. Yeah, well, one of the most important things is you have to learn how to be a very good police officer and know exactly what you're doing for a long time before you ever try to be a police officer then on horseback. Because you have so much to learn as a police officer, and there's a lot to learn when you're on horseback, and you want to make sure that this animal, when you tell him to step somewhere, he steps where you want and not steps on somebody that you don't want. Big responsibility.
Thanks for joining us today. We've had a great time out here with the Modesto Police Department Equestrian Unit. You can see the horses and the officers every Friday and Saturday night in downtown Modesto, and feel free to approach them and talk with them about what you've seen here today. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call the numbers on your screen. I'm Sergeant Craig Gunlock. You're watching Crime Live, and we'll see you on the next one.